There we go. And we live.
Hello.
Hello. Still don't know what I'm doing. There we go. Alright, cool. So, we playing some Monster Prom today. I've never played this one. I've only done Monster Camp.
Oh yeah, that's right. You said you only play Monster. This one's really fun too. It's just like a bunch of different routes and characters. The cast I think here personally is preferable for me as far as your options for dating. But I do really like the Monster Camp options too.
Like, whoever this is with the crown, she's kind of cute.
Miranda is really cute, but she's I mean they're all like wild in their own ways, but she's like genocidal style.
Oh
I
no.
like that about her.
Alright,
This
so.
is how she was raised, you know. She's a product of society.
She looks like a little drama queen, yeah.
Yeah.
So we're
What's
going.
the match ID? If you go to
Uh,
create room.
play?
Yeah, if you go to online and then create a room, what's the match ID?
Create. I probably 524.
524. Okay. Bloop, bloop, bloop.
Hooray! Uh,
Let me just plug you real quick in my Discord.
yeah.
There we go. All right. Oh, so reading. Um, do you want to do the narration? You want to do the narration? Are we reading it all out loud, or what do you want to do?
We can do some narrating. I don't read enough.
Okay, you can do the narration, and then we can just divvy up characters as we go.
Yeah. I guess we'll start with first term, since I've never played this one before.
There's
Full
really
game?
not much difference if you do the second term first go around, but it's up to you.
Uh, I've already clicked and there's no way to go back, so we're going forward.
That's fine. Yeah, I could just do a full game.
Yeah.
That's fine. And we have plenty of time, I think, anyway, to do like 2 rounds before we change up stuff. So we can do like a round of this and a round of the second term before
Yeah.
trying to with Monster Camp if that works out.
Works for me. Oh, what am I doing? Not that one. I wish to move you. There we go. Bueno. Bueno, bueno. Okay. Spooky high school. The sweetest years of our lives. Back then we were young and unafraid. Sometimes reckless, sometimes brilliant, sometimes just stupid, but always willing to live life to the fullest. We were on a wild journey to discover who we really were. Hmm. I'll go with you.
I love Vicky.
How can I type? We're gonna go with me, obviously.
Hmm.
If I can remember how to spell. Boom.
Let's see. Go here.
I didn't. I don't know why that didn't click with me. That I could just type. We had yet to experience its ultimate challenge, the Monster Prom. I remember it clearly. 3 weeks were left, and as we fantasized about our dream prom dates, we were all scrambling to catch the attention of one of our 6 most charismatic classmates. Miranda Vanderbilt, a sweet mermaid princess who was as cute as she was genocidal. Damien LaVey, a fearless demon with a taste for destruction and a love of fire. Scott Howell, a werewolf athlete who compensated for his rather small brain with a stupidly big heart. Leon de Leoncourt, hipster vampire whose standoffish demeanor hid that he was truly a lovable dork. Polly Geist, a party ghost with an insatiable hunger for all the wrong things. And Vera Oberlin, a mean self-made gorgon with a merciless sense of business. It was clear it had to be one of them, but who? We had 3 weeks to choose our prom date, and even more daunting, we had 3 weeks to woo them and conquer their hearts. But as I already said, we were young and unafraid, and we were ready to start. Welcome to Monster Prom's stupidest pop quiz ever. All minds are rotten, but are they rotten in so many different ways? Or they are rotten in so many different ways. Worry no more, we're now using our PhD in bullshit to diagnose which kind of deviant sicko you are. Throw a bunch of absurd questions at you and turn your answers into your character stats. Oh no. This way each of you will start by having stats that better reflect your true selves. Let's start. What's your chance of
Image. Sun. Worth it.
worth it? He's got the finger guns going on. Global warming isn't real. I invented it, and now science is claiming authorship because science is lame copycat with no original ideas. It's time to be the real hero. I'll lead a mission to the sun in order to invite the sun to a party of its life. Now the world is doomed, but I'll start investing in ships. Oh no. I'll be a real healer. Hero. Move you right there. I think that's a good spot for you. We'll see in a moment. I don't know. Be a visionary. What will the next big social media craze be? Twatch plays Robert. BS. It's your regular social network, but each time someone shares news that isn't supported by real facts, they're taxed, and the money goes to the people exposed to that BS. Uh, I like the BS. That one's a close second.
Yeah, I really like that.
This poor guy. The world will end tomorrow. What will you do today? They always tell you that the world is ending. I'll profit on other people's hysteria. 100 push-ups. No, 200 push-ups. I always party as if there were no tomorrow, so who cares? Nobody ends the world but me. I'll end the world today. I'll finish my novel. Whoever comes after the end should know my legacy. It's okay. We invented the apocalypse to take care of the overpopulation of commoners.
Brutal.
Live like there's no tomorrow, as they say.
Polly and Miranda, both great options.
I may or may not have forgotten how to play.
So if you scroll over your stats at the top right,
Ooh, where did I go?
like if you scroll over the stat part on the top right, it'll show you which is which.
Gotcha. I think. I already know who I want.
Your default is going to be Polly. So Polly, I think, needs fun and boldness. I think. It might be fun and charm.
I already know who I want though.
Who you gonna go for?
Wolfman.
Scott, the goodest of boys.
The goodest of boys. Deliver an inspirational speech that fuels your team spirit, leading to a spectacular comeback. You're clearly a natural born leader. Nice. Suddenly a chill runs through you, as if the very fabric of reality is in danger. Scanning your surroundings, you quickly discover the reason for the feeling. Polly and Damien are together, and they're bored.
So, you want to read Polly and I'll read Damien?
Sure. Damien. Damien. Damien.
What? I must have fallen asleep for a second because nothing's on fire.
I know, right? Nothing crazy has happened in the last 47 minutes and I'm dead. I mean, I am literally actually dead, but I'm also dead because of how bored I am.
What if we just... Oh, fuck, I'm so bored I can't even think of something to do to not be bored!
No, help us. Somebody, please, cause a sexy problem. Break the 7 seals and release Crack-a-Lack Fool, the world fucker. Send in the party goblins. Party goblins sound pretty great. You call up every party goblin you know, and in a few minutes the whole school is full of them. They bring their party hats, their kegs of cheap beer, and their illegal fireworks. Damien gets into a friendly fist fight with 12 goblins, and Polly poses for Goblins Gone Wild. Hundreds wounded. What were they doing?
They're goblins, man. They're fucking... not to be trifled with.
I have underestimated the goblins.
You still want to read the narration?
I can if you
My
want me to.
portions or no? Well, it's up to you if you want to continue the narration for everybody, or I can do my parts.
You can do your parts.
Okay. That day, you spent some time in library PCs, managing your star kicker. You deceive lots of people with a sensationalist video and impossible promises. Nice. You gain plus 10,000, 100,000 money. And also,
Good
everything
God.
goes to cover costs. You keep only plus 2 money. Later, you see Damien and Miranda chatting, and being a nosy little bitch, you decide to insert yourself into the conversation. I like to do Miranda, if that's okay?
Yeah.
I look forward to this adventure, so is there anything more wonderful than getting insight into the lives of commoners?
You better not pull that shit the whole time. My dad's Lord of Hell, you know. Technically, I'm royalty too.
Are you, though? Damien rolls his eyes and turns to you.
Mrs. Panthera paired us up for our hands-on homework assignment, going on an adventure. Apparently, I have some anger issues and a thirst for violence, and that I should be channeling that into something productive. Like, a thirst for violence isn't productive in and of itself.
And I'm supposed to work on being more independent, which is so strange, since I told my ladies and gentlemen in waiting to fix that for me last week. I wonder what sort of adventure might give us the wonderful experience we need to fix or perceive, but obviously non-existent flaws. Journey to a volcano to have a hot time at a fire method strip club. Deep sea quest to steal beautiful pearls from a scary kraken. Damn.
One's gonna love it, one's gonna hate it, I feel.
I know, but like also, it's about the skill check. Stat check. It's gotta be this. One or the other. No.
Hey, good call,
Damn.
actually. Miranda's already familiar with the ocean, so she can be a little more independent.
I have absolutely no problems being independent. I know, because I paid my servants to tell me that. You're the one who has the issues to be worked out, Damien, and a nursing adventure will be perfect. You can't fight fire with fire underwater. There's no fire there.
Fair enough, and I can channel my violence into something productive by killing the Kraken.
Normally, I don't condone killing for killing's sake. But this isn't for the sake of killing, it's for the sake of getting me pearls. The two of them dash off, cackling gleefully.
Oh,
They
God.
get full marks on their assignment and brag about this to anyone who'll listen. Miranda's made the pearl the focal point of a choker, and Damien looks dashing in his Kraken tentacle hat. You gain a new appreciation for cephalopod-themed headgear, and you gain plus 2 smarts and plus 1 fun.
Nice.
Incredible. You want to do the challenge? I think I find them fun, but you can just do random if you want to.
I can do the challenge.
Choose an object. A stick of deodorant.
Hairpin.
I gotta go with the hairpin. As like a no-brainer, because the deodorant stick's only gonna be so useful for so long. The hairpin though, it's gonna be
You're
useful
way
in
into
many
a
more
locked
ways.
door.
Yeah.
Alright. Thank you.
Usually they're pretty cut and dry. It's hard to get into argument over those. Remember, the top right one is the shop.
This here?
And the top right one is the shop, and then the middle one, any of the outcast ones that aren't the main characters are going to be like stat boosts usually.
You arrive at Scott and Miranda's table to find Scott happily chowing down while Miranda stares horrified at her tray.
Which one do you want to do? Want to do Scott?
Yeah, just. What's wrong, Miranda?
Isn't it obvious? Right here on my tray, fish sticks.
Yeah, Fish Stick Fridays, isn't it great?
It is not great, Scott. The fish are my subjects. This is clearly the work of the air people.
Air people?
Yes, do you not know the air people? Merfolk's most hated rivals. Don't you read the news?
Yeah, sure. Because I totally know how to read. What?
Well, I must insist you cease eating those fish sticks immediately. It is high treason.
Aw, but I've been looking forward to Fish Stick Friday since last Fish Stick Friday. Are you sure I can't eat any? He's asking Miranda while holding a fish stick really close to his mouth, but you feel like you've got a better answer to settle this argument. You blurt out, haven't you heard, Scott? Fish sticks make you worse at sports. They contain ball droppinol and nerdoflation. Fish sticks contain absolutely no fish. It's all garden snails and food grade plastic. Scott can eat as many as he wants. I'm gonna lie to him. Oh no, not Nerdoflavin and Fall Drop and all. Those are two of the worst ones. Do the air people want me to be bad at sports?
Of course they do, Scott. There people hate sports and sportsmen. It's one of the most loathsome things about them. Aside from their feathers and their socialism.
Well, then I'm not gonna eat any more fish sticks ever again. Fish stick Friday? More like fish stick. Fish stick.
Bye day?
Yeah! Man, I gotta go tell the rest of the wolf pack about this. Scott runs off to spread the anti air people propaganda, and Miranda gives you the most regal smile.
Here's a for your prize sandwich when some douchebag rips a hole in the fabric of reality.
Oh my lord.
You gonna read for him?
It is I, the interdimensional prince. I have searched far and wide for a hero capable of solving the most fiendish riddle for me. The riddle of how to get my TV to switch from HDMI 1 to HDMI 2. I've tried everything short of actually using the remote control.
You heave a deep sigh and accompany the princess's dimension where you solve his problem by using the remote control.
You truly are both wise and generous. As a thank you, please allow me to teach you one of my kingdom's customary rituals. Perhaps laser communion might interest you? Or reverse baptism? Or eggs?
I don't like the quote around those eggs.
I'm curious though. The choice is yours. Oh dear.
How about the ritual where you give me a pile of money and go away?
Oh, you mean the right of poor fiscal decision making? I didn't know you were so well versed in the ways of my people. Of course, I'd be glad to demonstrate.
The prince dresses up in a golden onesie and hires a chorus of monks to chant, "Why are you doing this?" while he hands you a huge sack of cash. The exchange rate of international dollars to actual money isn't great, maybe because he keeps doing this. You still gain +4 money. Wow. Just, wow.
Oh boy.
I think the craziest part of that was the golden onesie. I'm just like,
I just imagine him in like one of those animal pajama suits.
just gold.
It has to be a golden chicken.
Of course. Something bad.
Um,
Cancer, I guess.
Sweaty socks?
The big K.
That would be
If they died of sweaty socks, though, that'd be insulting, you know?
you. Just the smell is so gagging.
That day, the volleyball match takes place. The match isn't as important as the human interactions within it. You're at your peak when you decide to go for the overkill and wink at one of your teammates. He's totally mesmerized. It's the most epic wink ever. Damn, you know when people over people's hearts. The game +2 charm. Scott and Miranda seem to be arguing about something. Your sweet mediation skills are clearly needed. No, I know our football team is called the Spooky High Spooky Monsters Who Spook, but also play sports. But who's our mascot?
Our mascot? Oh, dang, you're right. We don't have one.
Oh, what about Misha the Mermaid? Mermaids are monsters?
No way, too girly. Try this. Wally the werewolf.
Why's it gotta be a werewolf? We're the monsters, not the werewolves.
Yeah, well, if we're not the mermaids either.
Hmm, maybe the problem is the team name is trying to cover a huge diverse group of people with a single label.
No, Coach is never wrong. We're not. We're just not thinking hard enough. Think. Hey, you look like a hard thinker. What mascot should we use for our team?
Let's see. Wow. Hmm. Just find a regular human, dress him up in a business suit, and make him the CEO of a Fortune 500 company. Corporate greed. That's the real monster.
Oh,
That's the creative one? Wow.
but if corporate greed is the real monster, what are we then? Aren't we real monsters? Are we regular people? Fake monsters? Vegetables? Fictional characters in a video game made for people to amuse themselves by trying to romance us? Ugh, my thinking muscle is hurting.
Um, I think you just broke Scott. Congratulations. Breaking Scott is definitely not cool. This is why we don't have nice things. You lose -2 fun and -1 smarts. I didn't need that fun or smarts anyway.
uh, this is the shop, right?
That's the shop, yeah.
Yeah. Welcome to my little shop. Buy some shit. I have shit that will boost your stats, shit that will lead you into stupid new adventures, even some shit that might be much needed at some very specific moments. So take a look.
I love her voice actor. Like her voice character. Great.
Let's see. Oh my lord. Uh. A Russian novel with an insightful approach to to universal matters such as love and death.
That's
Uh,
for ending with Polly, I can tell you that right now.
I was gonna say, it looks like a cheap ghost costume.
It's the best kind of ghost costume, though.
Oh dear lord. Yeah, I'm selling a corpse. It's like some kind of fashion accessory. Oh dear.
You want to be cool, don't you?
How much does it cost? Because I also
5. It's
want
the
this
top
one.
right price tag.
Oh no. This is
That's
free.
free. It's a mystery.
Oh,
Did you just lose points and everything?
yeah.
What the hell? Damn, I've never even seen that item.
Oh no. Oh, okay. Another weekend, another adventure. You were about to enter the swamps of despair in search of the destruction ruby when Scott stops you, probably for a much more urgent matter. Ah, Sumiko! I was just thinking about you and that time you were really, really good at dodgeball, Coach said. Remember? Not really. All your classes kind of blurred together and become repetitive after a while. But hey, why not take the compliment? Well, I think people are like sports, because, well, sports are good and people are good, and if they're both good, then they must be the same. Sure, right? Sure. But all sports are different, so all people must be different, and some sports are better than others, and some people are better than others. And I like different sports, and I like different people, and there comes a time when you have to choose one sport and one person. Can't take two different sports to prom or play in the major leagues of two different people. No, wait, opposite on those. You figured it out. Also, it doesn't really make sense either way, so whatever. So, our friend, Hest, what kind of sport do you think she would be? Coach says romance is the most intense of all sports, so this could be very important.
You can do that one.
This one?
Yeah, because I don't. It's. I don't want to be with
With
Scott.
them?
Yeah.
best is chess. But but chess isn't a sport at all. Doesn't even have the word ball in it. If the sport that represents Hest as a person isn't a sport, does that mean that Hest isn't a person? Is that what you're trying to tell me? I mean, nah, not really. You were just trying to. You were just trying to fuck with Hest for the hell of it, but this is totally as hilarious as you hoped. I can't take someone to prom who isn't a person. That would make them something. And if I were going to take something to prom, I'd just take football. Wait, that's a great idea. I think I may take a football to prom.
Jesus. Something cool.
An ice cube.
uh, self-respect.
Based on how cool it would be if 100 years from now, humankind built a 200-foot statue commemorating the selected
Okay,
thing.
okay, hold on. Consider that your answer is actually the person Ice Cube, and they built a 200-foot statue of Ice Cube the rapper. That'd be pretty fucking sick. I don't know how they
Maybe.
would build a statue of self-respect.
Uh, abstract and
Mm.
left to interpretation.
For that reason, I think yours is better.
Okay.
Personally.
Thank you. Alright. Let's see. Let's go outdoors. I love it. That day during
Mm-hmm.
recess, you start a half-hour rave that goes full crazy. You have no idea how it escalated so much, but at one point, there are like 300 people. Someone summons demons from a nightmare dimension. The consequences might distort the fabric of reality itself, but who cares? It's a rad party. Plus 2 fun. Hell yeah. Miranda's not paying attention at all to what's going on at the rave. She gazes out the window and sighs dreamily.
Ah, summer's almost here. Underwater skiing, ocean polo, brutally suppressing food rides in the public square. I can hardly wait. But I do feel dreadfully sorry for those who are not fabulously wealthy enough to enjoy the same summer pastimes I do. It's so sad. Wait, you're poor, aren't you? What do you do during summer? Do you play in garbage? Or starve recreationally? Truly, what are your plans? Imagine. You're the way she just says, you're poor, aren't you? Like, damn.
That would be the bad choice. Yep, I play in garbage. Come with me and you'll love it.
I must admit to being a bit taken aback that you were inviting me to literally play in garbage. But why did I enroll in this high school for monsters if I did not wish to be exposed to the dreadful hobbies of the common folk? Lead the way, garbage hobbyist.
Soon.
Oh, how perfectly hideous. No wonder it was all thrown away. None of it's even encrusted with rubies. So this is how the other half amuses themselves. I must confess it has a certain rustic charm. Now, do I set this wretched paisley couch on fire, or should I use an axe? I'm unfamiliar with their customs.
You tell Miranda that there's plenty of time to do both. When you're done, you're surrounded by a pile of charred, smoking rubble.
You were right. What a rush! I've never felt more alive.
Same goes for you, except that was actually your house, not a garbage pile. Oh well, maybe you can use it as an excuse to sleep over at Miranda's place. You can.
Let's see. That day, the volleyball match took place. The match is so intense and both teams are so into it that you decide to raise the stakes by betting part of your charm against part of the other team's leader's charm. That commitment raises your whole team and their spirit is fueled by determination. And finally, you win and take plus charm from the other team's leader. She's now a bit less fabulous.
Oh.
You just happen to be hanging around near Scott, you know, not because you're like following him or anything. When suddenly, rift opens in time and space. A handsome prince steps through, bedecked in otherworldly finery. He approaches Scott. Not this shit again.
My
You want to read
beloved,
him this time?
I have
Okay.
quested across dimensions to see your face.
Oh, well, here it is. Here's my face.
It is more than just your face that I need, Scott the Great, tosser of balls. I also need your body.
Luckily, I brought that with me too.
But I do not desire or merely gaze upon your body, though that in itself is a pleasure. My kingdom, you see, is besieged by a foul, dire harp, and only your muscles can save us. And once that loathsome beast is vanquished, perhaps we can find some other uses for that body of yours. Wink.
Oh my god, you say wink out loud too? That's so cool!
Oh god.
These two are getting along way too well. You need to slay that beast yourself before Scott and the prince spend more time together. But how? Hmm. Armed with your termite summoning flute, you dash through the extra-dimensional portal before the prince can react. Dire harp looms over the prince's palace, saliva dripping from its terrible strings. Luckily for you, the termites in the prince's dimension are 8 feet long, eat steroids for breakfast, and fucking hate harps. Once they're done eating every part of the dire harp, but its strings, you have to put them somewhere. So you thoughtfully let them infest the prince's castle. You wouldn't mind.
I absolutely mind. I'm going to have to pay to have the entire kingdom fumigated.
Oh, that was so cool how you rallied all those termites. You're like a quarterback for giant insects.
This is not cool. This is a nightmare. All I wanted to do was use a national crisis as an opportunity to romantically bond with a high schooler. Is that so wrong?
You're not gonna answer that. You get plus 2 boldness and plus 1 charm.
Animal. Panda.
A fox, of course. Hmm. I'm gonna say you have to win this one also. Because, like, pandas are cool and all, and they're cute,
Panda
but, like,
man.
it'd be hella useless.
Are you saying foxes are useless?
No, the other way, because how stupid it's based on how stupid it would be for a superhero to use like an animal. So I'm saying panda's useless.
Yeah, they have their issues.
They are cute,
They're
but
so cute. I love them to pieces. But sometimes. Sit down to enjoy a nice normal meal at the spooky high cafeteria, as usual. Lol, JK. Something fucked up is always going on here, and today is no different. Ah, hello, did you want to come sit with us in our...
imaginary friend, no one else is here.
Their imaginary friend roars and the whole cafeteria shakes.
Okay, Sumiko, you have some smarts. You're probably gonna figure this out pretty quickly. Why do we have a wild beast under our table? Why don't you take a guess?
He's asking you to guess because we totally forgot our plan.
Scott! No, we didn't. Shut up!
We were going to teach it the piano, or maybe the saxophone? I lost my notes. No worries, no notes needed. You know exactly what they should do with this wild beast. Well, he was talking about the mascot earlier.
Mm-hmm. That's Scott's option.
That's a great idea. I'm pretty sure Spooky High already has a mascot, but you know what they say, the more mascots, the merrier.
I really don't think they say that.
Well, they should. If most schools only have one mascot, having multiple mascots will be one more thing that makes our amazing school that even more extra special. I can see it now. Spooky high wild beast that Scott and Damien kept under our tables. Eat the other team and make a feast, and try not to get an infection from yeast. Oh my god.
Actually, that chant's pretty dope.
Thank you tons. The wild beast mascot will sure be fun. You ask me, I owe you one. If you were to nitpick, you could point out that tons and one fun don't actually rhyme. But why would you nitpick such an adorable and genuine display of affection from darling Scott?
You arrive at your chosen table to find Miranda folding napkins at Vera. You want to know what this one's for, Vera?
No.
I'll take that as a yes. The rose-shaped napkin fold is for birthdays between the ages of 16 and 22. Miranda's hands move fast as lightning, turning the rose into a gorgeous white swan. By contrast, the swan folding is for first weddings, third weddings, and swan giveaways.
As a fashion enthusiast, I have never been so bored by a piece of fabric.
Oh, and this black swan folding is for weddings where you plan to brutally murder all the guests. Not very popular, the black swan folding.
Okay, that's sort of cool, but I'm still aggressively uninterested.
You happen to have some napkin folding skills yourself. Maybe you can spice up this interaction. You decide to show off your most impressive napkin fold. If you fold the napkin like so, it creates a self-aware napkin whose sole purpose is to fold more napkins. Oh, that's adorable. Look at it folding everybody's napkins. It's like a tiny, adorable serf.
It looks like it's folding the other napkins into more self-folding napkins.
I know, it's so efficient. Go, little napkin serf, be free.
Aren't you worried that this will turn into a self-replicating napkin scenario, progressing geometrically until the world is nothing but napkins?
Why? That sounds lovely.
God, you're impossible.
I fucking love Miranda. You seem to have mispronounced impeccable.
Whatever. I'm leaving before the napkin folk take over the world.
Vera leaves you alone for a romantic lunch with Miranda. You can't hang out too long, though. You gotta stop those napkins before you take over the world. I fucking love Miranda. Celebrity. I usually go with Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
uh, Tom Hiddleston.
I think we could all expect a game. If you told me there's a game with Dwayne The Rock Johnson, I wouldn't be surprised at all. Tom Hiddleston, though, I'd be surprised. So I think you win.
Thank you. But I mean, like, a
Please, sure.
game for Loki wouldn't be surprising at
No,
this point.
not necessarily, but it seems like it's like featuring the celebrity themselves, not the character they might play.
True. Let's see. I go to the bathrooms. Oh dear. That day you
It's getting high.
skip you skip class and just hang out in the bathrooms because you respect no authority. I guess some people just want to watch the world burn by skipping class and hanging out in the bathrooms. You give zero shits and you gain two boldness. Afterwards, Miranda summons you. Feels weird to be summoned, but you comply. You can't resist her merman goons.
Thank you for coming, my dear. I have finally decided to trust you with my most important aspiration. I am destined to be the queen of prom. The royal ascension is nigh. We must prepare. Most of my competition is naive. They foolishly assume that prom queen is a purely ceremonial title. Except Ursula Jr. She's proven to be quite a worthy rival. I respect that. Which is why we must destroy her reputation immediately. Any thoughts?
Just convince everyone that she likes humans. Or a fart joke. Uh,
Fart joke is definitely fun. You're gonna pass that regardless.
okay. You
Oh my god.
plant you plant a claymore mine in the toilet. No point in doing anything half-assed. When Ursula enters the restroom, you quickly gather a crowd and put a glass against the door. The crowd The crowd explodes with laughter as Miranda's unfortunate rival is launched to the moon.
Excellent. She can rule Alien High School. She likes now. Also, I'm gonna check Start Alternative Space Program off my bucket list.
Oh, you wanted a fart pillow? That should have been more specific. God
Wow.
damn.
That day, another volleyball match takes place. Amidst the battle, you spot a fellow player that seems utterly discouraged. She thinks she's not worth anything in dodgeball and she attempts to throw a ball at herself. You explain to her the many ways you think she's unique and wonderful, but also defending the many pleasures in life. With your help, she's capable of finding keep playing and gains a sense of self-worth. You gain plus 1 BFF, now that she's not part of this game, so that beautiful friendship will take place off-screen, and plus 2 charm. After dodgeball comes to the obstacle course, you stare across the gym at it, terrified, as are most of your classmates. There are giant centipedes, venomous bears, bloodthirsty magpies circling just under the ceiling, an animal so bizarre one can barely find words to describe them. Alright, class, I've imported this special course from Regular Creatures High School in New South Wales, Australia. Be afraid. I believe in each and every one of you. These terrifying creatures will not break your will.
I will not let you down, coach. Giant crocs don't scare me. This is not pee in my pants.
Finally, worthy adversaries. What's that abomination over there even called? That would be a platypus. I'm gonna drag it to hell. The underworld's never seen such horror. Well, don't just stand there. Show them what you got. Clear the course. Oh my god. Um... You approach the vicious beast unarmed and give a platypus a hug. The mood changes drastically. Soon, Damien's riding 2 crocodiles like jet skis, surrounded by swooping magpies that chant his name. For a moment, you think the koalas are overwhelming Scott, but it's actually just a full contact tea party. You're supposed to clear the course, not befriend it. But this is even better. Your power of friendship melts up the hearts of these abominations. You made my eyes cry with joy. After a close encounter with Australia, you gain plus 2 fun and plus 1 charm. It's incredible.
Nice.
That weekend, you're at the movies when you receive a signal from Miranda. Oh, thank goodness you could come. Technically, Miranda's guards forced you to meet with her, but you'd rather not split hairs. I'm contemplating a decision of extreme gravity. To date Sumiko, or not to date? As you are
Oh,
famed throughout the school as a wanton Lothario, I thought I'd best ask your advice. But please, be sure to frame it in terms I will understand. Something simple, straightforward. In short, I need you to tell me which item of silverware Sumiko most closely resembles. Did you
I
want
don't
to date her or not?
know.
Bread. You know that bread isn't silverware, right? Unless trying to tell me that Sumiko is so crass you cannot imagine them as any type of silverware? You know, Father always says there are 2 types of people in this world. Silverware people and bread people. I won't debase myself by consorting with the lowly hunk of processed wheat. The very idea. In fact, I'll have men that apprehend Sumiko and slather her in butter. I'll teach her not to be silverware. Looks like Sumiko probably won't get the girl, but at least she won't get to be slathered in butter. You get plus 1 creativity.
Nice.
Incredible.
Beautiful. Based on how shitty it would be for your country if you were the president.
Oh, we didn't choose country.
Oh, whoops.
Um,
We can just go with random then.
yes.
Nice.
Oh, shit. Show me that money. You'll have her. You're just to prepare for your future. You can come in here and buy some weird shit instead, am I right? Penguin mask.
Ah, regular flavor.
Good old cocaine. Boldness. On a mystery gift. Should I? Religious? But it didn't do anything. What does it mean?
That day, while rehearsing for the class play, it's as though the muses themselves had descended to give you figurative oral sex. Your performance is intense and inspiring. It will be remembered for generations, which is pretty rad by high school play standards. Nice. Somebody puts a sack over your head and throws you in a car. You drive for hours before they let you out and take the sack off. It's clearly the first floor restroom. Miranda is sitting on a makeshift throne while her goons jump in and out of the toilet.
I'm glad you came. Our prom queen campaign is moving on to the next stage. Your expertise is crucial for this part. Most of my inner circle are fish, probably helpful in those genetically engineered beyond recognition. Speaking of which, I need you to help me to sneak in a 3-meter tall, heavily armed cod assassin Tresca into the school. No reason, but if you're friends with that singing harlot Ariel, you'd best say your goodbyes. Jesus.
Uh, release the Kraken or no?
I don't know. This is just a stat check. I don't even know which one's which. Kraken, of course. The tiny terror of the 3rd grade. I shall send word to the elementary school at once.
Kraken, an 8-year-old octopus with a shitty attitude, runs onto campus and pulls all of the fire alarms. Witches melt, vampires are trapped by running water and they can't cross, and Damien's will to live is extinguished. Amidst the chaos, a Caribbean crab cries out for help. His mistress hangs on a hook in the middle of the hall.
Ha! Looks like that little princess is no longer part of our world.
If Miranda is this ruthless on land, you shudder to think what she's like under the sea.
Damn. An occupation?
Hair
Delivery person.
hairdresser.
The slowly delivery person is pretty common.
She's like, you want the sausage pizza?
Yeah. If someone ordered a sausage pizza without the pizza?
I'll see. How weird would it be to have a slutty hairdresser?
Um, I feel like hairdressers already dress slutty though, a lot of the time. Like, not all of them, obviously, but like, it's not uncommon to see that. You know what I mean? Like, in a stereotype. I feel like they both kind of are. I think we should just do random,
Fair
personally.
enough.
Um, you come upon Damien's smearing Miranda's elaborate silverware spread while her eating serves to chow down obediently at the dining table.
I still don't get why you collect all those stupid forks and spoons and shit. I mean, even the knives don't really look that deadly.
Silly boy, the silverware is not for killing.
Things can't be for stuff other than killing? That's lame as hell. It's basically useless. I mean, you guys don't even eat, your serfs do it for you.
Well, of course they do.
But they're not using any of your silverware.
Naturally, they aren't. Serfs must eat with their hands, as befits the lower classes.
So you're saying the silverware collection has no practical purpose?
Things have practical purposes? These two could go around and around like this forever. Let's do something to resolve the dispute. Lay off Miranda, Damien. What about your collection of exotic corpses?
That's different. Those corpses are useful.
Useful for what?
For for holding down important documents.
What important documents?
Documents about very important. Fine. I guess I don't use the stupid corpses for anything. I just stack them in a shed and occasionally dress them up in silly costumes. There, are you happy?
Extremely.
Whatever. I'm gonna go play with my corpses.
You sit behind on the veranda to admire her collection. She even teaches you how to use a romance fork. Smooth.
You approach the table to see Vera delicately lifting a forkful of quinoa to her mouth. She brings lunch from home. When? Food, fork, 6, 8. Who do we delegate?
Ugh. Scott, what on earth are you doing?
I'm cheerleading you help you to help you be the best eater in the whole school.
What caused this obsession with cheerleading me through mundane activities requiring no cheerleading?
Everything requires cheerleading, silly. That's why we have cheerleaders for our cheerleaders. But I can see my cheerleading's not working. You haven't eaten anything yet.
That's because you keep startling me with your damn cheerleading. I can't eat when I'm startled.
No, that can't be it. I must not be cheerleading hard enough. Hey, friend, maybe you could help me?
This is the bottom one for Scott. That's hilarious.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, sports cheerleaders dress like giant steaks and drumsticks all the time. Or maybe that's just how they look when I'm really hungry. Whatever, let's dress up. Luckily, the school keeps some giant vegetable costumes in the auditorium for health presentations, so you snag them and start cheering. Beets! Aggressive! Eat beets aggressive!
There aren't even any beets in this salad. It's just quinoa and the tears of my enemies.
Vera's pissed, but she does eat her salad really fast just so you'll leave her alone. Hooray for cheerleading!
A brand? Nike. No.
Vans.
No, Converse.
Fuck.
TV show? Hmm. Honestly, I'd just rather it be Converse versus Vans, the TV show.
The head to head.
Damn, Vans wins.
Yes. He's usually just in the gym, isn't he?
It's not that. It's based on what you need for you to pass the check for him. I'm not sure what his requirements are, but I don't think you wouldn't be able to get enough charm from the gym anyway. I do know that if you go for boldness on this one, the bathroom, you can get Damien regardless. Not that you wanted Damien, but you'd definitely get him if you wanted him.
That means I wouldn't be able to get Scott anyway, huh?
I don't think so. I don't remember his requirements though.
Okay. You encounter 3 wild hyenas on the way there. Who the fuck runs security here? Anyway, you subdue them with the help of a hair comb. God bless the Monster Scouts and all the idiotic scenarios they prepared you for. By the time you get that, by the time you get to the bathroom, you've totally gained 2 boldness. You open your locker and a cloud of gas knocks you out. Come to your senses, plummeting towards Earth, rapidly approaching terminal velocity. You fall into
Oh,
this.
hold on. Just real quick. He actually doesn't require stats. He just requires hearts.
Oh,
So
I've got a couple of
you should
those
be able to
then.
get him regardless. Yeah.
Why is it always Miranda? You fall into the school's backyard into the hands of Miranda's biggest goons. Your classmates don't notice.
It didn't work. None of them even noticed your glorious fall. People are so used to spectacle at this school. This slow ascension is tiresome. I need a glorious act, a grand gesture to secure my throne. Can you think of something while I flay my salmon? my god.
Good lord.
Yeah, dude.
Remember West Side Story? Add guns and fire. Much guns. So fire. None of the students expected a war over prom, because who would? You quickly overcome their pathetic resistance. Miranda stands victorious and raises her flag in front of the school. It's the cutest death's head you've ever seen. Few are left to be impressed by her victory, but those who are definitely scared enough to vote for her.
My
Father,
father was right. Winning elections is easy.
you gain some turn.
Damn. Imagine.
Miranda won't leave me alone.
I don't know how you got into that thing, because we went for Polly and Miranda at first, and then that just didn't happen. It seems like I think if a dodgeball match takes place, at one point you're about to be eliminated by a player from the other team, but something you commit someone to throw the ball, you have the heartfelt speed about the importance of everyone's lives. Player bursts into tears, you take advantage of that moment of weakness, throwing a ball at him. You lose -5 mercy. It sets might be useful in Monster Prom sequel, but isn't now, and you gain +2 charm. Afterwards, a royal procession 500 members strong informs you that Miranda has requested your presence at dinner tonight. The restaurant she's chosen is so fancy, its name is unpronounceable by anyone making less than 6 figures. With all these heavily armed guards around, you think it's unwise to refuse, and so, later that night, this restaurant is remarkably charming for a low-born establishment. Granted, the flatware is only platinum, not diamond, and this wine seems to be significantly less than 1,000 years old. But at least our table is held up by 3 weeping serfs, as it always ought to be. Khan, 1 bowl of rubies and a bottle of actual gold, if you'd be so kind, and my suitor will have. Quick, pick something for sure, as you've never been anywhere fancy at the Wilmer's Chicken Hut. Ooh. That's the sweetest thing anyone's ever said to me. Most people in my family simply order the most expensive thing on the menu. It doesn't even have to be edible. In fact, it usually isn't. But you're willing to actually eat food? In front of me? I'm charmed. She's so charmed, in fact, that she doesn't notice you never actually order anything. Score! You gain +2 smarts and +1 fun. It's time. Hey, bro.
Hey, what's up?
I do love him. He's a good boy.
You finally pluck up your courage and ask your beloved to go to Monster Prom with you. Huh? Prom? I don't know. I like turtles.
Damn.
Yeah. You became fixated on it and you never became a functional adult. Now you're just an old person that sits at parks and talks to strangers about the time you almost got a date to the Monster Prom. It is as weird and as sad as it sounds.
You finally pluck up your courage and ask your beloved to go to Monster Prom. Oh, are you really asking me to go to Monster Prom? How chivalrous and brave of you. Yes, yes, I accept your proposal. Oh, I can't wait to order a poison apple online so I can fall into magical slumber until you come to my house and not at Monster Prom. I see no issues with doing this. See you soon, my knight in shining armor. Prom night was beautiful. Several points in the evening, people broke into song, singing about what magical night it was for the 2 of you. Even some forest animals appeared to join all the songs. You're quite sure Miranda's family paid for all those people to do that, but who cares? Still a magical night.
I'm slightly sad.
Yeah, but we have another run to do, at
Hell
least.
yeah. Those 3 weeks were maybe the most epic and absurd weeks of our lives. After the Monster Prom, we kept on living our lives, falling in love, battling for friendship, and learning about who we were and who we could be. And you know what? Like it always does, life happened, and it was wonderful. Scott became a world-renowned athlete, but he ended his career to come back to his hometown and take on the job of the athlete he admired the most. Now he's back at high school again, working as the coach. Miranda started a non-profit to help countries without a monarchy because all countries should have the right to be graciously ruled by the Mer Kingdom. Liam started an iconoclast brand that broke all conventions. Their latest album has been a hit. It has no songs at all. The album is actually just a banana set on fire. And be sure, Liam doesn't care if you don't get it.
Then
Okay.
I have one for Damien too. Since Damien became an interior designer specializing in torture machines. Last month, Vogue magazine called his products the refined marriage between macabre and chic. Wow.
Hmm.
Then I think that's it.
We were young and unafraid, and we were ready to start.
That's a good first run.
Yeah. Oh, I am lagging. There we go. That's better.
I, real quickly, am going to go to the bathroom and then be right back.
Okay. Whoops. Welcome back.
Thank you, thank you.
Round two.
Yeah. Second term?
Yeah. Where is my mouse? There it is. Okay. Online. Create. Wait, how do I make a second term?
Just create the room first, and then when we hit like
Oh,
ready and play, the options there.
gotcha. Okay. 014.
014?
Yeah. Second term. You want to do a short or a long one?
Long again.
Okay. I'm not gonna read it since this looks to be the same.
Okay.
Did you want to be Polly or did you want to. Or not
Um,
Polly,
Vicky?
yeah.
Yeah, I'll be Vicky this time.
Okay.
Ray Dog. Hello, Ray.
Hello.
Oh,
We had yet to experience its ultimate challenge, the Monster Prom. Oh, she
this is
is
all the
new.
same too.
Yeah, she's new though.
Yeah, Zoe and the robot both are new.
Scott
Zoe is
Owl.
I love Zoe because she's canonically trans
Hmm.
and she's really cute and funny.
Zoe forever? An elder's cutie who went from endless deity of the dark realms to ultimate fangirl. Cal Q Lester, Hewlett Packard. Oh, that's cute.
He is really cute, but I can't bring myself to try to date him.
Oh.
And in the second term, you can choose two potential prom dates at the beginning.
Okay. How to deal when they just won't go. Oh, let's see. What will I pick this time? A distant relative you didn't know has passed. You have to attend their funeral, but you're super hooked. Binge watching the seventh season of The Office. What is your excuse? Or what excuse do you make to avoid the social obligation? Just don't go. From now on, every time a family member asks why you didn't attend, just say, you know, wink at them. The trick to good lying is being subtle and telling half-truths. Tell your family you couldn't attend because you're super hooked binge watching the fifth season of The Office. Try to convince your family that you were a flamingo all along and flamingos are not supposed to attend funerals.
Imagine.
Imagine. Sad flamingo. What is it holding? A flower?
You think so?
That's what it looks like to me, like on a wilted flower.
Hmm. Things I don't know who I'm gonna take this time. You're gonna try for Scott again?
I think I'm gonna try for cutie vampire boy.
Liam? Okay.
Yeah.
Um. Let's see. Bold.
Which inanimate object do you think would make the best girlfriend or boyfriend, provided you went criminally insane? An ATM. Sugar baby life, here I come. Looks like Lester over here. Human-sized pillow depicting a character created by myself. As a matter of fact, I have all the needed paperwork and I'm only waiting for the conservative, narrow-minded laws of our country to finally step forward into waifu and husbando territory, as was clearly intended by God. A dildo. Waifu pillar. I see you.
Damn.
What's the sexiest type of knowledge a lover can have? Sports things. Killer cocktail. Set stuff on fire. 80s movie trivia, lyrics to all Disney songs, an accurate approximation of all fictional creatures' genitalia.
Super important.
Very.
Of
I want to pick this
course.
one, but at the same time,
Yeah.
Dom hates Disney.
I don't think I ever knew that about him.
He will curse Disney with a passion, but yet consumes so much of their media. Damn. If you were an ice cream, which flavor would you be? Ikasumi, Ikasumi? There we go. Tequila and Coke, spicy chocolate, no chocolate on fire. Oh dear. Success. Plutonium. Oh shit, that's not what. Okay.
Too late. We're competing now. Congrats.
That's not what I wanted. I demand a refund.
You restart if you want. I don't care.
Nah, it's all good. Um, let's see. We're going to start with the auditorium. That day, while rehearsing for the class play, it's as though the muses themselves had decided to give you figurative oral sex. Your performance is intense and inspiring. Will be remembered for generations, which is pretty rad by high school standards. Plus 2 to creativity. Feel the ratio of cheesiness in the surroundings growing, and that can only mean who's the bestest, most perfect, perfect worfect. Oh my god. Little
Yeah.
snooky wookie pie in the whole world. My schmoopsy whoopsie poopsie. Oh my lord.
Yeah. Is there anything in the world that makes one of the more articulate, most spoken them thrones of true love?
Running internal search found 9,969 results, starting with a a graduate degree in classic literature.
Violet, Kate, your relationship is so perfect. You're always, always together.
Well, they are literally stuck together.
And that's the kind of unyielding codependence that I demand from a future multi-hyphenate lover servant serf.
Error found unreasonable expectations.
How did you know when you found the one?
Oh, well, you know. When you know, you know. Tautological explanation. Input insufficient to extrapolate useful data. And having realized that they have no actually useful input, the couple exits to do more coupley things. But oh, you know how to tell who's the one, or at least convince one of them that you're the one. Who the one is. Explain to me more about this formula. It certainly sounds very legitimate. You explain your calculations are carbon-based, because holy shit, if you try to use numbers on Calculaster, game over. Instead, your very objective math is calculated using taquitos, fruit bats, and a trombone.
Oh, how perfect. I always have my servants carry all those things for just such an occasion.
Once you put the shoelaces and honey in place, you flash a little ankle to activate calculations. The result of this subjective process seems to say that Sumiko is the one for Calculaster. Running internal checks. Legitimacy. Aww. Aww.
Oh, do me next. Do me next.
If only you could, Miranda. If only you could. But you can only have one prom date. Your eyes are set on that cutie computie's lack of eyes.
Incredible. Um. Hmm. Did you want to go for who? It was the vampire?
Yeah, but I have no idea where he is and what he's usually up to, so I couldn't tell you where I should be.
Um. I think that's put you on Calculaster's path.
Yeah, that's okay. As long as I actually get a date to prom this time, I am fine.
Hey, day during recess, you start a half-hour rave that goes full crazy. You have no idea how this place is so much, but at one point there's like 300 people. Someone summons demons from another dimension. Consequences might distort the fabric of reality itself. But who cares? It's a rad party. Game plus 2 fun. You notice Polly stumbling around with half her body inside a wall. Looks like she's having a great time. Calculaster doesn't seem to think so, though.
Alert, friend exhibiting non-standard behavior. Viral infection probable.
No way, dude. I just got tested. I'm just super duper.
I'm sorry, I didn't understand that. Maybe try.
Jump.
What is drunk?
It's like, you know how sometimes you're on safari, but all the lions are wearing oven mitts and your binoculars are your mom?
No.
Me neither. What are we talking about?
Danger. And viral infection so far advanced that friend is incapable of making sense. Drastic action required.
Ooh boy. It's like it's up to you to start Calculaster down. Or Super Polly up. Oof. Calculator needs to understand what being drunk feels like. Then he'll get it. Ask him to divide by 0.
My programmers told me to never divide by 0, but if my friends are peer pressuring me into it,
Do it. Do it.
It must be a good idea. Okay, here I go, dividing by 0.
Holy shit, he's gonna do it. He's doing it.
I feel funny, but I also feel.
Like you're suddenly an incredibly good dancer?
How did you know?
Right there with you, buddy. Wanna go to a karaoke bar and butcher some motherfucking classics?
I am a karaoke machine. Literally, I am a karaoke machine. Sing into my butt.
I thought you'd never ask.
Oh, hello there, Barry. Didn't see you there. Because my optics are seriously malfunctioning. What?
ASL.
Oh.
Bruh.
Oh, his face.
Yeah. I've never seen this scene before. This is really funny. This freaking rules. I love corrupting the hard drives of the youth. You're the best, Mary. Now it's a party. We spent several hours getting wasted with Polly and singing to Calculator's ass. You can't plus 2 fun and plus 1 charm. Incredible.
Wonderful. Uh, choose a
A
movie.
movie. Um,
Howl's Moving Castle?
ooh, that's a good one. Um, I want to say Wreck-It Ralph. A 10-hour remake of the selected movie. I mean, I think I'll lose this one. Or no, I win this one, I think. Because I think it'd be
Yeah.
worse. Like, Howl's Moving Castle could use a 10-hour remake, if we're being honest. Like, I would watch that.
Hell yeah. I would sit down and make a date of it.
Mhm. Hmm.
You could sit there if you wanted.
I'm just
I don't
thinking,
mind.
because you go for an event route. Hey, stranger. Um, you know that the cat shopkeeper is also Vera's adopted sister?
Oh, I could see it. The table you chose is quite crowded. Liam sits across from Miranda, who is flanked by 2 well-dressed servants. One of the servants cuts a slice of Salisbury steak and feeds it to the other. Seriously, Miranda, you have servants to chew your food for you?
What? Of course not. That'd be barbaric.
Servant happily swallows the Salisbury steak.
I have servants to eat for me. They're called eating serfs. Don't you have any?
First of all, no, I don't eat food. Second of all, that would totally defeats the purpose of eating. Aren't you worried about starving?
Why would I be? My serfs get all the calories I need to stay fit and healthy.
Ugh, I have no objective reason to care about this, but suddenly it's all I care about. Someone convince Miranda to stop this madness. Maybe you should start this madness, Liam. Imagine all the food you could take pictures of without having to eat any of it. But Miranda, look at the contented smile on that servant's face. You think he's eating for you, but secretly he's eating for himself.
Definitely that one.
Oh, hell
Brilliant.
yeah. No!
No, it can't be. Gordo, say it isn't true.
But Gordo can't say anything because his mouth is full of delicious Salisbury steak. Salisbury steak, which he is obviously eating entirely for his own benefit.
Traitorous dog. Do you want me to starve to death? Is that your plan?
I think maybe he was just taking advantage of the fact that you don't understand how food works.
Taking advantage of me? Scoundrel! Burpee, eat Gordo for me at once.
The two serfs look at each other and then stuff as much of the food as they can into their mouths before fleeing the cafeteria.
Alas, how will I ever get the micromaned daily absolute amounts of nutrients now?
You could try eating.
Myself, but how?
You and Liam have a ton of fun laughing at Miranda as she learns how to eat food for apparently the first time in her life.
Imagine.
Lord. Choose something bad. Ugh. Karens.
Um, um, overly burnt food.
On how horrible it would be if the selected thing was part of a torture device or a
Oh,
legal
bruh,
punishment.
you win, hands down.
Imagine if they could just do as they pleased.
Yeah, like you were just forced to work customer service with infinite Karens.
Oh my god.
Torture, most effective torture you can imagine.
Going to the library. That's not what I thought it said at first. Uh, that day you spend some time in the library's PCs, sending malicious spam emails in the hopes of stealing other people's money. Doesn't sound very nice, but who's really the one to blame if they respond to such a blatant scam? Oh, okay. So who cares? You gain +2 money. You spot Liam showing Calculester some images on his phone. Two of your classmates interacting without your interference? Unacceptable. You saunter over.
You want to do Liam and I'll do Calculator in this one?
Sure. I call this one Mournful Macaroni by a Polyurethane Cafeteria Tray. If I had to describe it, I would say that it's a haunting, challenging, and very artistic.
Adjectives of knowledge, appreciating art.
Well, if you appreciate that one, you'll really appreciate this next one. I call it Pickled Beets, and it is, obviously, even more artistic than the last piece I showed you.
Query. How much more artistic is image2.jpg relative to image1.jpg?
Well, a lot more.
Invalid quantity. Please provide a numerical value.
Well, that's a ridiculous question. Everyone knows that art can't be objectively measured.
Counterclaim. All things can be objectively measured. Temperature, altitude, smarts, boldness, charm.
Seems like Calculester is going to list every single thing he can think of and or look up. It's a pretty long goddamn list. Looks like you need to resolve this, but whose side are you on? There are certainly some things that can't be measured, Calculester, like the admiration I feel for Liam.
Absurd. Attempting to measure Sumiko's admiration for Liam.
Error.
Error. Error 2000x6. Undefined term. Love at line 797. Try humility subroutine. Forgive my mechanical hubris. Clear the admiration you feel is too great to measure. As indicated by the fact that you are using this totally unrelated artistic debate as an opportunity to hit on him.
Oh, is that what's going on? I'm completely unflattered or whatever.
Indeed. Sumiko, I am disappointed not to be your choice for prom, but I respect your decision.
Aw.
I will leave you to your canoodling. I think I overloaded a capacitor attempting to measure your affection. I must replace it. This man just said canoodling and left.
Who teaches him these words? Good thing he didn't notice you screwing with his circuitry to prevent him from calculating your admiration. I almost lost that argument. Truth is, since Liam is actually just a character in a video game, your admiration for him probably could be objectively measured, but I think it's best for everybody if that number remains a secret.
um,
She was hiding
I don't
in
know
the
if that matters
bathrooms
really.
a lot. If you're trying to go
Yeah, I don't know
for.
if well, it just depends. Like, different places have different events. It doesn't really
Mhm.
matter too much where you go, depending on. It depends on who you're already going on the path for.
Mm,
I already have an event happening,
sorry.
so I just need to know what needs to happen. That day you listen to your elders and learn valuable lessons. Sometimes, after all the monster nonsense and the dating gimmicks, you forget that hitting class is supposed to be the primary activity of this high school. You gain plus 2 smarts. In the wake of all that, you overhear Miranda and Polly discussing a party. Oh, Polly, I am terribly excited for your upcoming party.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be sick. Hey, speaking of which, you've got money, right? How about picking us some party favors?
Oh, I'd be delighted. How many balloons should I purchase?
I don't care. Just make sure you get enough nitrous oxide to fill them all.
What's nitrous oxide? Is that something land dwellers breathe?
Well, it's pretty much all I breathe, if that's what you're asking.
Hmm, I don't know about that. How about cake? What kind of cake would you like?
Cake? I think you're mispronouncing cocaine.
No, I'm pretty sure it's pronounced cake. I like mine with pink frosting.
And I like mine injected into my eyeballs. And speaking of eyeballs, I don't think you were really seeing eye to eye right now.
Too true. Perhaps our friend Barry can suggest a mutually agreeable use for my vast riches.
uh,
Huh. Damn. What? A pinata? Certainly not. You think I'm someone pregnant who gets off beating animals with sticks? I am not my uncle. Although he generally uses real animals instead of cardboard ones. He does still tie them in the ceiling, though.
we'd have to use real animals anyway. All the cardboard ones died in the Great Pinata War, remember? Too soon, Barry. Too soon.
Now that you've reminded Polly about the pinata massacre, she's only in the mood to party a little. She changes the guest list to her party from everybody to everybody but Barry. You lose negative charm and negative 1 fun.
Nice.
Mom. That weekend, Liam contacts you for your advice.
I believe this is you.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha. No. You misunderstand. I don't want your advice. I want you to hear you express an opinion, just to see if you're capable of forming one. Specifically, I'd like to hear your opinion on Sumiko's cultural literacy. Is she cultured like an artisanal cheese, or cultured like milk?
I need this man in my life, please.
She can. I mean, so can I. I definitely heard the difference between the two words you just said. If you'll excuse me, I have to go find Sumiko now. For romantic reasons, not to ask her to explain what you said. Why would you think that? Liam hurries off on his artistic mission. Silly Liam. The difference is that theater is done by actors, whereas theater is done by actors. You gain plus 3 creativity. Imagine. A brand again. I'm gonna stay low the Converse.
uh, I forgot what it was called, and it's in my fridge. Daisy. Daisy sour cream.
Hell yeah.
Dollop of Daisy makes everything better.
Also, Ray Dog is like super behind because he's just not the part where it was like the and the wink, the beginning of the smash.
Yeah, I'm dropping frames like crazy. I'm sorry, guys.
You're good.
Oh
I don't
god.
mind.
I'm at like 9 frames per second.
Whoa.
Yeah, I'm not having a good day. My laptop's having a momentary meltdown. Oh, we're back up to 18. We're getting better. Okay. Okay. Decided based on how weird it would be if the selected brand paid for product placement in Game of Thrones.
I mean, it'd be pretty weird if Converse did it, but honestly, sour cream too. It's really hard to say. I can't really decide rightfully.
Yeah. The random die loves you.
Sorry, 1 second.
No worries. Hi, Sensei. How's it going?
Let's see.
I got your message pretty fast.
Yeah, the messages happen immediately, but they're seeing the feed from like way long ago. Like if I go and hit play right now, if I refresh,
Mm-hmm.
the stream right now is at the quiz.
Uh,
But again,
Alright. So in the future,
no big deal.
hi, Sensei. I see you.
Let's see.
I need to fix my setup so that it runs better, but I don't know
Yeah,
how
we
to
can look
do
into that
that.
after stream. I can probably help you with that if you want.
Nice, Nico.
Let's see. More fun. That day during recess, we start having our that goes so crazy. At one point, one small magical Latino cat slips on a banana peel. I start to laugh at him. He asks you to stop, but you don't. He laughs so hard at him that you somehow steal 2 + 2 fun from him. Hooray! You spot Miranda and Scott in the vicinity. It seems like the perfect opportunity to test your new blanket. You wear it as if you're a goofy ghost and approach them with a spooky boo while Miranda's explaining something to Scott. And that's why those treacherous people are the absolute worst, and also most likely tied to the disappearance of Mars Argo. Oh, what's this? A ghost? Perhaps a foreign exchange student?
What are you talking about? Oh, gasp! I didn't see you there. So ghostly.
You guys are joking, right? This is clearly just Barry wearing a blanket with eye holes cut in it. Jealousy is a powerful drug, Liam. Do not become addicted.
Yeah, Liam. You don't see anyone saying, oh, Liam is really just Barry wearing a blanket with eye holes cut in it.
Exactly. Liam, even despite the many times we suspected it was so. What? Oh, sorry, little ghost. We were ignoring you.
That's true. Tell us, do you have any cool ghost powers?
Oh, yes. Divulge. Divulge. um, Ultimate ghost prank. Haunt someone into despair. You spot a victim for your prank. The Coven. You start running in their direction while screaming your best. Ooh, to date.
What's this? Maybe it's a minion of Queen Nehelania. Rumors say she's preparing to be the big bad of next season. Stop booing at us. It's hard enough to save the world on a daily basis. We don't need people here undermining our morale. Stop booing! This school is unbelievable. Ah!
They go running, looking for a place to recover from all the booing and undermining. Whoa, the ghost clearly haunted them, and they have fought against all kinds of evil creatures.
Such a powerful ghost. So cool.
She just ran at them while booing. I could literally do that.
Yet you didn't. Oh, sorry.
It's fine. Yet you didn't do it, Liam. Therefore, you're not a ghost. You're just jealous.
Yeah, of this very powerful ghost. Ghost, we respect your ghost powers and we wish you the best on your ghost adventures.
You didn't even ask a name. How rude. You leave, running and booing, before they realize how obvious it is it's just you in a blanket. Today, you gain +2 boldness and +1 smarts.
Nice. I guess I'll go to class this time. That day, the teacher's just tired of teaching, so she recurs to the classic technique of not giving a shit and putting on some kind of historical TV show for you to watch. What you didn't expect is that it's super effective. God bless the golden era of television. The TV show is compelling thanks to the ridiculous amount of nudity and bloodshed. But at the same time, you actually learn a lot about history. You gain +2 smarts. But Liam isn't paying attention to any of that. He corners you afterwards to lecture you on Montagram filters? Momentgram filters.
What no one seems to understand about filters is that they're not about making pictures better. They're about making pictures browner and harder to see.
Oh god.
That's why I use my own proprietary filter for almost all my photos. Infinite Top.
Oh lord.
Or Taupe, I don't know how to say that. It's also probably why I have only 6 Momentgram followers, but we must all make sacrifices for our art. In any case, I have to go. There's a dead rat in the parking lot I simply must document.
As soon as Liam's gone, Miranda peeks out of an air conditioning duct.
Goodness, the situation is even more dire than I thought. If Operation Make Liam Popular again is to succeed, we must get started immediately. What's that? Oh, why yes, of course you're part of my operation. I willingly force people in my service all the time. Oh, you wanna know why it's called Operation Make Liam Popular again? Well, he's been alive for like centuries, right? I'm sure he must have been popular at some point. I'll check the history books later. There's no time now. Phase 1 is getting Liam more Mumbergram followers. I took the liberty of having my royal spies discover the password to his account, so we can give it a total makeover. But what to do?
Ooh.
Both great solutions.
Right? Porn and apocalypse. Hey, 1,000,000 homeless people!
Ah, yes, Justice Father pays millions to vote for him in our fair and democratic elections. In fact, I think I can cut costs by paying one of Father's clones Mr. Snowflake to get the same 1,000 people 1,000 times. Oh my god. Yes, Miranda, she thinks but she's as confused about the— oh, that's you, sorry. God, this is your—
It's all good. You asked Miranda if she thinks this is ethical, but she's as confused about the meaning of ethics as she is about fair and democratic elections. I can't read right now. Soon
It's
the
a lot.
plot and the requisite clones are hatched. You run into Liam in the halls a few hours later. I am just.
I can do it or you can do it, it's up to you.
I
I already
mean,
read Miranda.
I am distraught. My carefully husbanded unpopularity is crumbling before my eyes. Look at all these followers. Look at their comments. Totally real account 66. I love you, Liam. Another equally real account. You're so obscure and avant garde. The sentiments they are expressing are objectively correct, and yet, no, I cannot give in to the lure of the limelight. In spite of this, Liam seems to be enjoying himself quite a bit. You spend the rest of the day helping him curate his feed, gaining +2 charm and 1 fun in the process. Choose an object.
A cup.
A lamp. Based on how easy it would
The
be to
lamp.
convince the people you were a wizard. If you traveled back in time to the Middle Ages with only the selected object, I would indeed be a wizard.
Yeah.
The power of electricity! I hear the door. Let's see, where am I going? I'm going over here. You know the old joke, a robot and a vampire sit down at a cafeteria table to not eat. Friend Liam. Either way, whatever one you want to do.
I can do the AI voice if you want to do Liam again.
Okay.
Friend Liam, you seem quite focused, thus I apologize for interrupting.
Hmm?
but I cannot help noticing you are frequently absorbed in your technology to the exclusion of all else.
Hmm.
As a piece of technology myself, I must admit to being the synthetic equivalent of flattered.
Mm-hmm.
While something does not compute, I spend my days and nights longing for organic connection, trying and failing to artificially generate the sensation of being loved. But you, with the entire organic population of this high school at your fingertips, choose to instead use those fingertips to stimulate your smartphone device. It intensifies my loneliness just to watch.
Lean into that feeling. Loneliness is the third coolest emotion right behind tsundere and none.
I do not wish to lean into that feeling, Liam. I wish for you to lean out of it.
You don't know what you're asking, Cal. Do you know how many photos are shared on MomentGram alone every hour?
3,958,333.33 repeating.
It was supposed to be a rhetorical question, but you've only strengthened my point, which is this. What if, while I was away from my phone seeking organic connection, one of those Momogram posts were to be bad? Who would post a devastatingly condescending emoji? Who would ironically share it along with a gif of Marcel Duchamp languidly smoking a cigarette? Who, I ask you, who? The internet is defenseless without me. I can't miss a moment.
Counterpoint. This is unhealthy and bad and you should not do it anymore. Wow.
Things are getting pretty heated at this cafeteria table. You better resolve this dispute one way or another before your ice cream melts.
You are so right, friend Sumiko. I did not take into consideration at all friend Liam's weak and limited mind.
My mind is neither weak nor limited. You just don't understand how to properly enjoy social media the way that I do.
Nothing has ever been truer. Please, Liam, teach me the ways of social media. You know so much more than I.
I I can't tell if you're being sincere or sarcastic.
I assure you, my programming makes me incapable of sarcasm. I thirst for your knowledge. It is the only thing in this cafeteria I thirst for.
I have been waiting my whole life for this moment. I will teach you everything, small robot. You will absorb it all and become the ultimate social media machine. Literally. Here are the filters which are bad. Puppy dog, kitty cat, bunny rabbit. Almost anything that has a hyphen in the first word ends with a Y. But that only applies to animals. Vaguely beige and blurry obscure are both excellent.
An internal scan shows that many more people use aforementioned animal filters, making them popular, therefore making them bad? Question mark?
Pupil is becoming the master. My goodness, what are you doing? Liam is thrilled that you've granted him this opportunity to show off his superior taste to Calculester, and you all learn a lot about how confusing your social media ideally should be.
Jesus. That was the whole ride.
Don't crush my chips, dude.
You take your seat, and, if you didn't know any better, you'd say that it seems like Vera and Polly are almost as more interested in their phones than they are in you. Oh my gosh.
Which one would you like me to read?
Vera. I'll do Polly.
Okay. It's nothing personal, Barry. It's just that Polly and I are very engrossed in texting our financial slave.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to compete with some guy whose fetish is buying you anything you want. That's my fetish too. Not buying things for people. I feel buying things for me. Duh. Good thing he's rich enough to take care of both of us. You know what they say. True friendship is sharing secrets and financial slaves.
Still, I do worry that this arrangement might not be sustainable. What happens if he runs out of money? Our cash flow instantly stops. Besides, being handed everything you want on a platter. In this case, the platter being an online money transferring platform, is almost boring.
Yeah, I get that. It's a little less boring when you're on as much acid as I am right now, but I see what you mean.
If we could somehow turn this into a business venture, then maybe it would get interesting. And we could continue to profit even after he's gone broke from catering to our every whim.
I mean, how interesting do you think business actually is? Since he's obsessed with us, we should just tell him to do something totally insane and to see if he does it.
I don't know. A weirdo giving away his money and getting into hijinks is great and all, but I want to start making real money.
And I think money is fine and all, but my favorite currency is chaos. The ladies are at a very exciting crossroads. Maybe a random bystander can give them a nudge in the right direction. Tell them to marry a llama. Oh my god, yes, that is everything to me. I actually had a dream just like that one time. Except it wasn't a llama, it was an alpaca. And it wasn't a wedding, it was a bar mitzvah. Other than that, it was exactly the same.
Yeah, I don't think this is my scene. I'm going to check on my illegal law firm. Catch you weirdos later.
Bro, if you're not gonna show up and see somebody marry an alpaca or a llama, you're square. I'm texting the financial saver right now, telling him to marry a llama. Oh, he's already typing, let's see. Barry, you will never believe this. It turns out the financial saver has actually been talking to a llama for a few months now through the llama monster dating site. Says he's community-phobe and never really defined the terms of his relationship with the llama. Just introducing the llama as a friend, but he knows it now it's because he was just scared of being hurt. He's taking this as a sure sign that he's going to be brave and commit to the llama. They're headed to City Hall for ceremony right now. Of course, he says he'll have to take his leave of our group chat. His heart and wallet now belong to another. Specifically, a llama. Aw, isn't that the sweetest love story we've ever heard? I was hoping we could make it happen. Together. That is the sweetest love story we've ever heard. Or something. But hey, maybe you and Polly will end up having a love story of your own.
Oh,
These are wild today.
I love it.
Animal? I'm gonna choose a penguin this time.
I'm gonna choose an octopus.
Ooh, good choice.
Based on how
How
likely
likely?
it would be for the selected animal
You
to
win.
take over.
100% you win.
Yes, I will take that. Sensei, thank you
Octopi.
for being my octopus overlord.
Octopi are smart as fuck, dude.
Oh, hell yeah. Where am I going now? I guess I'll just keep going down the list. Start a half-hour raid that goes full crazy. Everything is fine until Juan, the small magical Latino cat, asks you what you think you're doing. Damn, you didn't remember you suck at dancing. But you decide to go all in and pretend it's a new dance move, apparently called the Groovy Musaka. Juan looks at you and he asks you to teach him the Groovy Musaka. In no time, half the party is following your steps, enjoying the Groovy Musaka all together. It's a party to remember. You gain +2 fun and a cool story to tell your grandkids someday. Afterwards, Miranda beckons you from a darkened corner.
Psst, co-conspirator, over here. Phase 1 of Operation Make Liam popular again was an overwhelming success. Liam is internet popular. Now we just need to make him real life popular. What better way than by making him prom king? Unfortunately, when I asked him to run for prom king, he said, and I quote, "Never, never, not in 100 years. And that's not an exaggeration because I've been alive for hundreds of years. I've never run for prom king, so there you go." Which was clearly his scripted way of saying he wants us to make him prom king. My first thought was to murder the current prom king after establishing Liam as his rightful heir. I couldn't find any bloodline charts to work from. So I suppose we must engage in this democratic election the school is holding. Now, how can we secure a win for Liam when he is opposed to running or making any effort to win?
I mean,
It worked once, right?
it's worked before. Oh,
Ooh.
I am not wealthy. Ah,
Oh, of course, election rigging. Silly me. How else is one like the king? I suppose someone as wealthy and charismatic as you knows where to hire a million voters?
sure you do. Totally. You've got lots of money and connections. You tell Miranda you'll get right on that. Luckily, what you lack in money and political capital, you make up for in stolen magical artifacts. You put on your robe and wizard hat, crack open a forbidden tome, and bring all the school's janitorial equipment to life. Camp out by the janitor's closet, passing out ballots and broomsticks and telling mop buckets who to vote for. Nobody notices the fraud, half the student body is sentient objects anyway. Soon, you all watch the prom king election forecast together, and I can't believe it. 6,000 votes for me, and 999,000 votes for a bottle of lemon scented toilet bowl cleaner. I'd be impressed at the avant garde tastes of the student body, but if I wasn't so comprehensively humiliated. Nice going. Now you've got to find a tuxedo that fits a bottle of lemon scented toilet bowl cleaner. Helo's negative 2 charm and 1 creativity. Damn.
Um, that day, we're listening to the class play, you're struck by lightning for inspiration. You come up with the ultimate name for yourself, and tell everyone to call you by it, also known as one of the 7 most douchebaggish moves in the whole world. But the nickname is so awesome, inventive, and appropriate that people decide to go with it. Like your feet, we can plus your creativity. We, the devs, David actually come with a nickname for yourself and ask players to call you that by a name, by that name till the end of this run. Then you realize you're feeling like going full ghost with the blanket again. You're observing your surroundings when you spot Miranda and Damien. About to get closer when suddenly...
You want me to read him?
Yeah, go ahead. If you want.
Greetings, beautiful high schoolers. It is I, the interdimensional prince. Here I am to rescue you from your mundane existence. Just sign these marriage papers. Not this guy again.
Look.
Whoa! An underworld spectre?
This again.
What again? Liam, this is clearly a kick-ass, powerful ghost. Look at its face. It's so deadpan. No expression at all.
That's because it's not a face. It's a sheet with two holes cut in it.
Man, I wish my face had 2 holes cut in it. That would be fucking metal.
No, listen, it's not a face. It's... Ghost friend, help us. Save us from this interdimensional creep.
Yeah, do something. Something ghostly. Ouch! Inappropriate. The only violence I tolerate is the violence of love, when a man forces his pure love into his non-mutual lovers.
Oh my god.
That and the violence imposed by my army, usually alongside the former type of violence. I will be back for you, my young lovers.
And so he retreats into this dimension. Superb.
Metal! That ghost just beat the prince with its ghost powers.
She just threw a rock at him.
Dude, pay attention. It's clearly a ghost rock.
What's the difference between a rock and a ghost rock?
One is a rock, the other one is a fucking ghost rock!
You do realize you didn't answer my question, right?
Ghost rock!
Huzzah! Yeah, throwing a rock at your problems like a chant. You gain plus the fun and plus the boldness.
Nice. You're engaging in your favorite weekend activity, ignoring everything in favor of thinking about which classmate you like to take to prom and how horny you are. When you find out this is apparently reading on your face. Hey, Sumiko, you seem pretty horny and like someone who sits around all day thinking about who you're going to take to prom. Wow, does she have your number or what? Listen, I'm kind of interested in someone, and honestly, I don't think I could be any monster who isn't spectacular at sex. I know sex isn't everything, but it's sort of everything to me. Not really, but it's pretty high on my list of priorities. Sorry if this is TMI. Titillating monster interaction. But it's someone you know, so I thought you might have some insight. It's Barry. I just love sex. Any position. Missionary, clergy, apocalyptic, upside down nightmare demon, the pentagram. What do you think? Could Barry keep up with me? Would you like
Top one.
Polly? Top one?
Yeah.
I can only say this. She is the discoverer of the orgasm. Actually, the whole thing is named after her. You haven't ever noticed what orgasm anagram of Barry? I didn't read that right, but that's okay. Barry? Orgasm? Oh my god, you're totally right. I've never even noticed that before. Like, actually, it still makes no sense to me, but I'm going to assume that's because I'm high and super legit on the level. You seem to know your letters and words, so I'm sure it'll make sense once I sober up. Barry invented the orgasm, right? I am a fan of going straight to the source. I only buy opium from the dude who first discovered it, being dead rocks. It sure does. Does it? The important thing is Barry, aka Orgasm, totally owes you one. Not one orgasm, just a general one. You know what I mean. And you gain +3 fun. Challenge. Choose a place.
Place. Uh, Chuck E. Cheese.
McDonald's. How likely you would be to break up with your partner if you discovered that due to unknown reasons they can't use the bathroom anywhere but in this place? I'd probably
I
have to
would.
go with yours because yours is more obscure.
Yeah, and it's kind of weird. Someone said to me, I'd be hella sus.
She's like, I can't go to the bathroom but anywhere but a Chuck E. Cheese. She's like,
You're
okay.
like, you can't go in there without a kid, right? Like,
She's like, McDonald's are everywhere. That wouldn't be so bad.
hmm. um,
Is you my friend?
I was trying to look and see what I might need. Charm. That day, when rehearsing for the class play, you aren't especially good nor inspired. Once it seems you aren't getting a classic creativity boost from the auditorium. Afterwards, while talking to your classmates, you're having trouble conveying your point in discussion. So you decide to convey it through music. You start singing, and suddenly everyone else joins you to school number. It's so amazing the people with whom you are arguing to really get your point and change their minds once the song is over. Again, plus your creativity. In the course of your activities, you come across Vera and Polly hatching yet another scheme. You sneak a little closer so you can eavesdrop.
Listen, this has to be a fruitful partnership so far, in terms of making people look like imbeciles. But I think it's time we monetize. Sick burns don't buy fresh outfits.
Yeah, fine, whatever. I guess I can just use some new thongs or whatever, but like, I don't want to stop making people look dumb just so we can make money. I want to sell out.
Personally, I can't wait to sell out, but you have a point. We can't sacrifice our brand. The question, of course, is how do we do both?
Yeah, how do we get rich off yanking people's chains?
Ugh, careful with your choice of word, Polly.